Hey guys, welcome to Home Sweet Homeschool. My name is Ashley and I'm a homeschooling mom to one, and in today's video I'm going to talk to you about what I've learned from the quarantine. Now before I get started sharing with you what I've learned about myself during this time, I want to mention that this is a collab. This collab was hosted by Colleen at Our Blessed Life, so be sure to check out her channel. And then I know a lot of other moms are participating in this collab as well, so make sure that you check out the playlist below so you can see what they've learned from this quarantine. I know we've all learned different things about ourselves, but today I'm just going to share with you what I've learned about myself during this slowdown, during this time where I'm at home every day. The first thing that I have learned about myself during this quarantine is that I take a lot of things for granted. And I know I'm sure most of you have done this as well. You just take for granted being able to go to the grocery store and there actually being food there. The food your family wants to eat, the food that you have written on your meal plan. You just take that for granted. And I know that some days when it's my grocery shopping day, that I would complain, oh, I don't want to go to the grocery store. I hope I beat the people. I always tried to make sure I got to the grocery store while people were eating their lunch after church because I didn't want the crowd there. And these last couple of times, I've only been to the store twice since this quarantine started. I buy enough food to last us a while. And it makes me sad because when I go in there, there's hardly anybody there, which I guess is good during this outbreak of this virus. But it makes me sad. And I take it for granted that I'm not seeing those people and that the food is not there. And it makes me anxious and scared because not having food available, and I mean there's food there, but it's not the food that we want. It's not the food that we're hungry for. It's not the food that we plan for. And what was so easy to just run and buy, I mean, it's not a big deal. You know, I used to go to the store and be in and out in no time and have exactly what was on my meal plan. And now I really have to go in there, and even if I take a meal plan, most of those things are not there. The fresh meat is not at our store. You just have to hope you're there at the exact right time because it's not there. There's no ground beef, there's no chicken, nothing like that. We live in a small town, so I don't know how it is in larger cities, but in our town, it's just a hit or miss. Canned food's a hit or miss. Eggs, milk, cheese, butter. Like, there was no butter when I went last time. And I'm like, what are these people doing? Like, baking? I don't have any idea. But I took that for granted, and I will never do that again. I'm totally going to enjoy the time I get to go to the store and I get to just wander up and down the aisles and buy everything that's on my list. I cannot wait for that to happen, and I hope it's coming soon. Another thing I took for granted was just being able to go where I wanted to. You know, if I want to run to my mom's house, if I want to go to TJ Maxx, to Target, and to browse, you can't do that right now. And you take that for granted because you know, you can just do it. You can just jump in the car and go when you want to and look and buy something new for your house, and now you can't do that. You're forced to only go get groceries. And I'll never take that for granted again. I can't wait. My son and I both have decided that we are going on a shopping spree when all this is done, and we're going to hit up our favorite stores. So Target, I'm coming for you. And Michael's and all those fun places, I'm going to shop there as soon as this is over. And I also took for granted being able to go out and eat at a restaurant. And I know that doesn't sound like a huge deal, but now that we've been at home so many weeks, and we do order out, we try to support the businesses and order out a couple times a week, but it is not the same as going and sitting in a restaurant and hearing other families talking and laughing and sharing stories and all those kind of things. I miss that, and I'll never take that for granted again. The second thing I learned about myself during this quarantine, I'm looking at my notes, I'm sorry, is that even an introvert like me who loves being at home, loves quiet, I'm not a person who loves to hug or anything like that, even an introvert like me misses her people. And that's really hard for me to say because I'm not a total people person. Like, I would rather be to myself and to my family if I could choose. But I've noticed that within these weeks, I miss my people. I miss my extended family. We did not get to meet with them for Easter. This is the first Easter in my entire life, and I'm 38, that I've not been with my family on Easter. And we've never missed an Easter. Even if we were at the beach or traveling, you know, we would hunt eggs at the beach, or we would stop at a rest area and hunt eggs. And it is so sad to me that we were not together this Easter. We shared lots of pictures with each other. Of course, we told each other we loved each other and happy Easter, and when we're done with all this, we're going to get together. And I miss them. I miss my family. I miss my homeschool family. We go to co-op, and this is week 5 that we've not seen them. And those mamas are like family to me, and those kids are like family to me, and we miss them, and we are ready to see them again. And when I do, I'm going to hug them. And I'm not even a hugger, but I'm going to give them a hug. The last thing that I've learned is I do not have control over the things that I thought I had control over. We honestly don't have very much control at all. Just in a matter of a few weeks, the world that we knew was completely changed. So it didn't matter what you had on your calendar for March and April. It was wiped clean. All of those play dates and all of those homeschool co-ops and maybe some doctor's appointments or fun field trips, every bit of that was completely wiped away. So when you think you have control and you think you've got it all down and you know what's going on, it quickly shows you we have very little control over our lives. We can control some things, but not everything. And that's hard for somebody like me who is a planner person and loves to have things planned out, because that makes me feel better. It helps with my anxiety. When I feel out of control, I have a lot of anxiety. And so this has been really hard for me, but I have had to learn to just kind of let it go. To let it go and just control the things that I can, like trying to keep my cleaning schedule up and trying to keep our homeschool days rolling and things like that. And then to let the other things go and just to relax and to know that it's all going to be okay. We don't know when, but when it does happen, it's going to be okay again. And I can start writing things in my planner and start planning for next year, and those things make me feel a little bit better. But let me share one thing before I go. I want to share what I've loved about this time. I've heard a lot of negative. I know there's a lot of people that hate being at home and they're ready to get back to work and things like that. And I just really have enjoyed this time. And I think it's because it has allowed us to become what I would call unbusy. We live in a world where we think we have to be busy all the time. That busy equals great and busy equals productive. And we make ourselves stay busy, and I'm guilty of it. I feel like I have to be doing something all the time, or else I'm not worthy. And I'm not really sure who I'm trying to, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm not sure why I feel this way. I've always been that kind of person where I have to be getting stuff done and checking things off of a list. But the thing I've loved about this time is it has slowed me down. It has I've let myself become unbusy. Do I still get things done? Yes. But I don't have it in the back of my head that this has to be done now, or I can't enjoy this until I get this done. I've let that go. And I've learned that I've got all the time in the world right now, and I'll get through those dishes, and I'll get to vacuuming, and we'll get to homeschool. But, if you want to play a game, let's do it. You want to watch a movie, let's do it. You want to go outside, let's do it, because we've got so much time on our hands. We can read, and we can take naps, and I'm telling you, I would never lay down and take a nap, like, ever. But I've learned to lay down and rest and take naps and hang out with the dog and do things that my son wants to do, because we have the time to do it now. We have had so much time together, and I'm so appreciative for that. So this is the good that's coming out of this whole stay-at-home thing, is all the time that we're given, and use it wisely. Find your passion again. Read books. Rest. Whatever it is you need to do, do it so that you come out of this time re-energized and ready to go, and possibly with a whole different outlook on life. Because I know coming out of this, things are going to be totally different for us, and I'm actually kind of excited about it. So thank you so much for listening to me today. I want to thank Colleen again from Our Blessed Life for hosting this collab. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.